As the most visibly aged building on the Marin Academy campus, Foster Hall cuts an imposing figure at the top of the circle. With 3 floors of classic Italian architecture and tall pillars grown over with greenery, it stands out as unusual and outdated on a mostly modern campus. Still, despite its antique design, it stays up to date with the requirements of MA faculty, staff, and students, serving as a location for multiple language classes, administration offices, and college counseling. But it hasn't always been this way. Once upon a time, this building was not only a cafeteria and a recreation room, but a living space for teachers, an old hotel, and even a supposed haunting ground for ghosts.
Foster Hall, built in 1871, is the oldest building on campus. It was built by the O'Connor family for their local hotel and was later bought by Arthur Foster, owner of the Bank of Santa Fe, who donated it to Mount Tamalpais Military School. Arthur W. Foster was a prominent figure of Santa Fe and was a successful businessman, broker, and philanthropist who immigrated to California from Ireland in the 1860s. Later, the Santa Fe Military Academy bought the land of the failing Mount Tam Military School for their own campus.
In 1972, more than a century after it was built, Foster Hall was remodeled to become housing for the staff and faculty and a cafeteria for the students, and the Red Room was built, which the students used for recreation. During the remodeling of Marin Academy in 1972, some workers began to believe there was a ghost of a young woman and her son haunting the house. They claimed to see her occasionally and hear her son crying, though neither of these facts were proved to be true. Even today, there are still sightings of the Foster Hall ghosts late at night. The CFO of MA, Mike Joyce, reports that one night he saw the ghosts of the woman and her son when he was all alone in Foster Hall. Another common story is hearing music or dancing in the upper levels of Foster, especially at night when there are no other people.
The first floor, which held a cafeteria and recreation room, have been turned into offices and classrooms. They are used by students and faculty. Foster Hall no longer provides housing, but is considered home by students and faculty alike. The building is essential to a student's day, providing foreign language classes for all grades. The first floor also contains an old Victorian mirror that is to the left of the front entrance of the building. The mirror is from the late 1800s and is as old as the building. The mirror is wooden and is very tall. It has been inherited by the schools that have been on this land.
The kitchen, which was once used by the cooks during the time of the military academies, still resides in the building, and the structure of the room is still the same. Students and teachers alike would file through the cafeteria before taking their food back to the mess hall where they would eat. The old kitchen is now used by the Marin Academy Parents Association for storage. However, the tile work and serving station remain, serving as a reminder of what the room used to be and the old way of life at the military academies. This concludes the first floor of Foster Hall.
Climbing up the main stairs, you enter to the back of the building. In the 1900s, the second floor of Foster was used as living space for teachers. It continued to be used this way throughout both military schools. Students rarely adventured up there.
Now it's the brain of the school. The second floor holds college counseling offices. One wall decorating the second floor displays a 5x7 map of the United States. When a student decides on a college, the logo of the school is drawn onto the map. This is one way in which MA illustrates pride in their students. Another way is through the cowbell. When a student decides on where they want to go, they ring the bell and adults cheer.
In the Mount Tamalpais Military School, or MTMS, the third floor of Foster Hall was used as housing for many of the staff and faculty, including the headmaster. When the Santa Fe Military School bought the property of MTMS, the third floor was used similarly.
When Marin Academy took over the property in 1971, the third floor was mostly abandoned until the early 1990s when it was remodeled. Since then, it has been used for administration, housing college counseling, human resources, the business office, and advancement. Development offices take care of fundraising, alumni relations, and parent programs, while the business office takes care of tuition, financial aid, and other economic matters. It also serves as a memory vault of sorts, with yearbooks spanning MA's lifetime on the shelves and pictures of old students on the wall.
Although most students have no idea the different roles Foster has played since its construction, it's a valuable part of MA and has aged beautifully since its glory days. It reminds members of the MA community of the history behind our school and to reflect on our past even as we move towards the future.